In the valley of Elah, the sun blazed down on two armies facing each other from opposite hills. The Israelites trembled in fear, while the Philistines stood confident, their champion towering before them. His name was Goliath, a giant of nearly 10 feet tall, clad in bronze armor that gleamed under the sun, his spear as thick as a weaver's beam. Every morning, every evening, for 40 days, Goliath roared out his challenge. "Choose a man to fight me. If he wins, we will be your servants. But if I prevail, you will be ours." And every time the Israelites shrank back. Not one dared to face him, but God's story was about to unfold, not through a mighty warrior, but through a shepherd boy. David, the youngest son of Jesse, was not even a soldier. He tended sheep in the fields of Bethlehem. Yet on this day, sent by his father to bring food to his brothers, David would step into destiny. As he arrived at the battlefield, David heard the mocking voice of Goliath echoing across the valley. Rage filled his heart, not because of the giant's size, but because he had defied the living God of Israel. The soldiers laughed at David when he spoke of fighting Goliath. His brothers scolded him, thinking he was arrogant. But David's faith was unshaken. He told King Saul, "The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and the bear will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine." Saul looked at the boy, untrained, unarmored, unafraid. With nothing else to lose, the king gave permission. They tried to place heavy armor on David, but he could not walk in it. Instead, he took only what he trusted: his shepherd's staff, his sling, and 5 smooth stones from the brook. As David stepped onto the battlefield, Goliath laughed.
"Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?"
The giant sneered, cursing him by his gods. But David shouted back with boldness.
"You come to me with sword and spear, but I come to you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, whom you have defied. Today the Lord will deliver you into my hands."
The air grew heavy. The armies held their breath. The giant began to advance, his massive steps shaking the earth, but David ran swiftly to meet him. With steady hands, he reached into his pouch, placed a stone in his sling, and swung it with precision. The stone flew through the air and struck the giant's forehead. The mighty Goliath staggered, then crashed to the ground with a thunderous roar. Silence filled the valley. David rushed forward, took Goliath's own sword, and cut off his head, declaring victory not just for Israel, but for the name of the Lord. The army of Israel let out a mighty roar and surged forward, chasing the Philistines out of the land. And David, he returned not as a shepherd, but as a hero, a warrior, and one day, a king. But more than that, he showed the world that faith is greater than fear. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. David could have stayed silent, but he chose to speak, he chose to act. You don't need to be the biggest, the strongest, or the loudest to make a difference. Sometimes God uses the smallest among us to do the greatest things. Use what you have. David didn't need a sword, he used his sling. Your talents, no matter how small, can change lives. Faith gives you power that fear can't touch. David believed, not in himself, but in the God who never fails. We all face giants: fear, failure, insecurity, doubt. But like David, when we face them with courage and faith, they fall. The question is, will you stand?
If this message inspired you, like, share, subscribe, and press the notification button to follow for more timeless Bible stories brought to life. Thank you for watching.